Right now, millions of people across Earth are staring at their ceiling, holding onto their desks, and nervously checking their coffee cups. If you spent any time on social media over the last few days, you probably saw the frantic warnings. A viral internet rumor spread across TikTok, Instagram, and X like wildfire, claiming that on August 12, a rare planetary alignment would cause Earth to lose gravity for 7 entire seconds. Influencers told people to stay indoors. Clickbait channels warned that pets might float away. And thousands of comment sections erupted into a mixture of genuine panic and bizarre curiosity. There is just one problem. Physics does not work like a light switch. Welcome to the Space Traveler's Log. Today, we are dissecting the absurd viral gravity blackout hoax, the terrifying physics of what would actually happen if gravity shut off for even a single second, and the mind-blowing, real-life cosmic alignment that millions of people completely missed while staring at their phones. Where did this viral chaos even come from in the first place? The rumor claimed that because 6 planets lined up in a straight line in our morning sky, their combined gravitational pull would act like a massive cosmic tug-of-war, pulling against Earth and effectively canceling out gravity at the surface for 7 seconds. It sounds convincing if your understanding of physics stopped in the 3rd grade. But gravity is not a magnetic field that you can turn off by stacking magnets in a row. Gravity is a fundamental property of mass, bending the fabric of space-time. Earth has a mass of 6 sextillion tons. That enormous mass bends space-time beneath your feet, which is why you stay glued to the floor. What about the other planets? Let's do the actual math. Jupiter is the absolute titan of our solar system. It is 318 times more massive than Earth. But Jupiter is sitting over 400 million miles away. Because gravity obeys the inverse square law, distance kills gravitational power exponentially. The gravitational force that Jupiter exerts on your body right now is roughly equivalent to the gravitational pull of a single cup of coffee sitting on your desk. In fact, a heavy truck driving down your street pulls on your body with more gravitational force than the planet Saturn. Even if all 8 planets, Pluto, the asteroid belt, and every moon in the solar system lined up in a laser straight line, their combined gravitational pull on you would not be enough to lift a single human hair off your head. So, gravity didn't turn off. But what if it did? What if, for 7 terrifying seconds, Earth's gravity simply vanished into thin air? Pop culture loves to depict zero gravity as a fun, gentle floating experience, like astronauts somersaulting inside the International Space Station. But astronauts in space are in free fall, not in a zero-gravity void where Earth suddenly loses its hold. If Earth lost gravity for 7 seconds, it would not be a magical floating festival. It would be a planetary apocalyptic catastrophe. Here is why. Earth is currently spinning on its axis at roughly 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. The only reason you aren't flung off into space right now is because gravity is constantly holding you down, fighting against that outward momentum. The exact microsecond gravity disappeared. Inertia would take over. You, your chair, your house, every car on the highway, the oceans, and millions of tons of concrete skyscraper foundations would instantly launch sideways into the atmosphere at jet engine speeds. It gets worse. Our atmosphere itself, trillions of tons of oxygen, nitrogen, and pressure, is held around Earth purely by gravity. Without gravity, the air would instantly expand outward into the vacuum of space, causing global, explosive atmospheric decompression. Oceans would boil into liquid mist and spray into the sky. And then, after 7 seconds of sheer chaos, gravity clicks back on. Everything that was flung miles into the sky, billions of tons of shattered buildings, ocean water, and human civilization would crash back down to Earth at terminal velocity. The planet would be turned into a cratered, lifeless wasteland in less time than it takes to tie your shoes. So, if you are sitting in your room right now, breathing air and drinking your coffee, you can thank Earth's mass for doing its job. While millions of people were busy panicking over a fake physics glitch, they completely missed the real story happening in the night sky. August 12, 2026 was actually one of the rarest astronomical dates of the entire decade. An incredible 4-in-1 celestial event that astronomers have been waiting years to witness. Event number 1, the 6-planet parade. Just before sunrise, 6 planets, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, stretched across the eastern horizon in a stunning cosmic arc. While planetary alignments happen occasionally, seeing 6 major bodies lined up simultaneously in a single visual field is an extraordinary sight. Event number 2, the total solar eclipse. While the planet parade was lighting up the pre-dawn sky, the moon swung directly between the sun and Earth, casting a massive 100-mile-wide shadow that swept across Greenland, Iceland, and Spain. It was the first total solar eclipse visible in mainland Europe in 27 years, plunging millions of people into midday twilight and revealing the sun's burning white corona. That brings us to the second half of the night, and event number 3, the Perseid meteor shower peak. Every single year in mid-August, Earth's orbit crashes directly through a massive cloud of space dust and icy gravel left behind by Comet Swift-Tuttle. As these tiny pebble-sized rocks hit our upper atmosphere at 37 miles per second, friction burns them up into brilliant, glowing shooting stars. Normally, a bright moon washes out most of the meteors, making them hard to see. But that brings us to event number 4, the new moon. Because the moon was busy blocking the sun for the eclipse earlier in the day, it was in its darkest possible phase during the night. Without a sliver of moonlight to ruin the sky, conditions were pitch black. Astronomers and stargazers out in the countryside were witnessing up to 100 blazing neon green fireballs every single hour, streaking across a crystal clear sky. It was, quite literally, the most perfect meteor viewing night in a generation. So, why does humanity fall for fake zero-gravity panics while completely ignoring actual breathtaking cosmic wonders happening right over their heads? Because real astronomy requires patience. It requires driving out away from city lights, stepping out into the cold night, looking up, and waiting. A viral social media hoax promises instant magic. It promises that you don't have to work for awe, that something impossible will happen directly on your smartphone screen while you sit on your couch. We live on a rocky vessel, hurtling through a dark cosmic shooting gallery at 67,000 miles per hour, under a sky performing a rare quadruple alignment. Yet, millions of people were sitting in the dark, waiting for their coffee cup to float for thousands of years. Our ancient ancestors looked up at eclipses and meteor showers with fear. They thought the gods were angry or that the sky was falling. They invented myths and monsters to explain what they didn't understand. Today, we have thousands of satellites orbiting Earth, supercomputers predicting planetary orbits thousands of years into the future, and space telescopes imaging the dawn of time. Yet, when faced with the boundless beauty of the universe, we still trade ancient superstitious panic for digital clickbait. We drew lines between the stars and called ourselves logical explorers. The universe just put on the greatest free light show of the decade and waited to see if we were actually brave enough to look up. Drop a comment below. Did you catch the Perseids or the European total solar eclipse? Or did you see the fake zero-gravity warnings flooding your social media feed? Hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, log entry closed. See you on the next ascent.